And hello, welcome to another live stream. Sorry about the videos at the front. I'm playing around with StreamYard. I enjoy it. It's fun. I definitely want to have like some intro stuff. Man, I've got to get my hair cut. It is so long and floofy. Which is fun, but not in the summer in Texas. In the summer in Texas, it holds in heat, something awful. So today we are continuing with DigitalOcean Classroom. Sounds like my dog got let in, so that's pretty cool. Okay, so last time we were here, we worked on the user model for DigitalOcean Classroom, or what I'm calling Cloud Classroom. It's gonna be the cloud agnostic version. But the weird thing is, not the weird thing is, like, I worked on this afterwards and made some pretty good progress on like views. So we've got our models, we have our user list and user details, so we can do a full CRUD on all of our users, which is what I wanted. I wanted to be able to have that. But there's one teeny tiny little problem. And that is, that's a big one. It's not running. So first off, let's run it. So cd code my name cloud classroom source cloud classroom -vn bin activate to start it. Django run server. I still don't know what's going on with that. Somewhere there's a URL lib, but like I don't use that. So that's somewhere inside one of the libraries that I'm using. Ooh, no token. Okay, so let's go back to this localhost :8000/admin. Okay, so let's get a token. Who do we have? Mason's an admin, so let's take that token. Let's just export. Actually, yeah, that already works. And now let's run this. Okay, so the biggest problem is so I'm able to do everything I need to do now. Except the SSH key. So the SSH key is where the problem is. And that's because the SSH key in my models is attached to a profile that is then many-to-many fielded over. And I don't think that's how I want to do things. Now, the problem with all of this is now I have to unmess up everything that I've done. After looking at it, after debating it in my mind, I don't think I wanted, like, this is a profile that's attached to the user, or there's everything be in the user thing. Like, it just makes it easier if everything's with the user. I don't need a profile attached to a user. I need everything associated with that user. So which is interesting because DigitalOcean Cloud, like for those of you that are just tuning in, I'm already working on something called DigitalOcean Classroom. This is kind of a refactor because because it got out of hand. Like every single class was done differently in DRF because I was learning. And now that I actually have a decent grasp on DRF, it's time to clean it up. So what I would end up having to do is I'm going to end up having to just redo the user model, which is what I did in the first place and was trying to avoid. But the more I look at it, the better off we're going to be. So let's just copy some code from DRF. We're going to delete the profile. I don't want this create or update user profile thing anymore. Let's just add this. That's not what I wanted. There. So this is the code I had last time. But I also need to install base user manager. And do I have mixins here? I have mixins here, so I need to import those as well. I still want to know what that underscore is. Oh, and I need the abstract base user model. So basically, we're redoing our base user. So I have a user manager class that's specifically for that's specifically for this stuff. And then was I using token anywhere? It was there. It is imported. Okay. So I'm just going to make my own. And what we're going to do is we're going to do the SSH key thing from the profile in here. And we're just going to associate it with this. So SSH key is models.car field max length equals 4096. We're going to say validators is equal to the validate SSH key function that we have at the top, null equal true, blank equal true. So we're going to allow for that, for the SSH key to be blank and null. Like, not everyone has to have one, but it's easier if I just associate it with it. Okay, so basically, and then what I remember doing with this is that I don't want to do usernames. I don't like the username thing. It just seems kind of pointless. We'll just use email as your username. I've never liked anything that makes you use it, so we'll just use that, which is fine. Full name is first name, last name, short name is self.email. Okay, then we do create super user. The only thing I'm worried about is I have this one import in here. It's from Django.utils.translation import. You get text underscore lazy as underscore, which I have no idea why I would import that. And I can't figure out why, but I'm afraid if I don't have it, it's going to break. So we'll come back and deal with that later. So we have a validated SSH key. We have our user manager. And then I think what we're going to do is we're just going to reset. We're going to set it up to where everything just uses this model, which I think I have to do in settings, which if I look in setting, I think I set that in settings somewhere. Yeah, I set auth user model to users.user. So in Cloud Classroom, my auth user model is going to be users.user. Do I have to import any of that? No, I didn't. Okay. Make sure I have users.app, users.config in here. I do. I think we're good so far with that. So that essentially going to change everything, which is going to probably break everything. So let's see what happens, because it's probably not going to be happy. Ooh, something's upset. Cannot import profile from user models. This is in what? Admin. Okay, now I have to redo the admin. So that's going to be interesting. So we go to admin.py. Yeah, and this is where I have to, like, I had to change a whole bunch of stuff in DigitalOcean Classroom. So if I go to admin users and I go to the admin.py, okay, I don't need the profile inline anymore. I don't need any of this anymore. So token inline, profile inline. Actually, I liked the token inline, but let's see what we end up doing with that. So we ended up doing custom user admin, and we took all of this. That's a lot. So we don't need profile inline, but I do want that. I kind of like that token inline. So let's do that. Let's do the token inline up here. This just lets me see and view the token from the profile. Token inline. Custom user creation form. What? Did I do? I made a forms.py. Boy, this just keeps getting more and more complicated. So you may be wondering, well, this is what is this tool? Why are you spending so much time on users? Well, for many reasons. One, this tool is going to allow people to create droplets and create cloud resources through a unified account with like a DigitalOcean token and stuff, which is pretty nice, or any sort of a token. But what that allows us mostly, it's a classroom tool to allow people to really quickly stand up droplets. That's what it's starting out as. Why am I focusing so much time on user? Because honestly, that's the most complicated part. All the other parts are done. The writing CRUD for students and classrooms and all that other stuff is actually done. And I might honestly just do a minimal version of this first. I like getting the user management is honestly the hardest part. And then what I'm going to do from that is I'm going to decide whether or not I want to do this idea of classes and classrooms and teachers, or if it's just going to be one instance per classroom, and that'll be version 1, because that's what I need to do. Is I've been working on this, for over a year off and on, and by off and on I mean off and on. And I would like to get a working version out that just is like, okay, this is your classroom. You spin up this local instance and you use it. You don't. This is not like a university tool. I'm overscoping. I seem to do that a lot. The goal here is to not overscope anymore. And did I call it user? I did. I called it class user. Okay, so the admin.py is good. I'm still upset. User admin is not defined. Admin? Oh, did I not? I need to import that probably. That's weird. We'll call it. I did a thing like that. Yeah. Oh, you know what? Let's just do the. This is why this is not working out well because I don't have my imports. Okay, so that should take care of that for the most part. Who else is complaining? Profile inline is not defined. Where's profile inline? Ah. Oh. Go away. You're not even needed anymore. And we call this base user admin. Actually, let's just do it like this. Hey, let's change all base user admin just to user admin. Place all. I don't need that. Okay. Is it working? Okay. It's not registered because I've not done any of the database migrations yet. Okay. Here we go. Django make migrations. Admin sites.py. Maybe I don't need the unregister anymore. Just do it like that. Cannot import profile from users.models. Who's still trying to import views? I've got something in the views. Do I? No. I misread it. Models. In urls.py? Why is that in URLs? No, okay. Views.serializers. You turd muffin. Not even going to do that anymore. Don't need profile. SSH key at this point. SSH key and then 1 second. Okay, I'm back. So yeah, we're good there. I think everything here is good now. Are you still going to complain? Oh my God. Okay, we'll be back with after a break from these short messages. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, had to go make some boxes. The views are now messed up. Users, import users. Let's try again. Users.models. Models, right? We can just do from .models. From the local models, import it. There we go. Okay. So that fixed that. Django migrate. Ay vey. Yes, it does. Field admin.log entry.user was declared with a lazy reference to users.user, but app users does not provide model user. Yes, it does. This is kind of what I was worried about. Is everything going to go haywire because I'm doing... Let's see what this says. Maybe if there's a good Google. Wait, undo step 1. Okay, so it says I have to come back in here into settings, comment this out real quick so that it works. Yeah, this is kind of what I was worried about, is that the auth user model changed and like... Okay. Hooray for being stuck. Okay, I did the same thing. I'm wondering if it's because I changed like... minute. Oh shit. I did not want to do that. I wanted to get rid of the database, not the manage.py. This is not in a Git repository yet. So that's gone. I have something somewhere. Don't want to do that. Django admin start project. TMP, CD, TMP, Django admin, MV manage.py, to cloud classroom, rm-rf, TMP, CD Cloud Classroom. Django managed up. Or Django migrate. Okay, so anyway. Django make migrations. What's going on? What does this do? Pip install -- upgrade. What's going on? I messed something up. -m Django version. Cloud. What the hell is this users? Oh, yeah. Oh my goodness gracious. CD users. Not type today. Okay. CD users. CD rm-rf -- pi cache. When I create a new, is that automatically there? We've already messed up so much. Let's see what we can mess up more. I don't think that was already there. Django migrate. Make migrations. No module named. What on earth? Oh, fine. We'll just Django admin start app. Gotta be like start app polls. Polls. There is a migrations folder. MV polls migrations to cloud classroom migration. rm-rf polls CD users. Totally just did that. What was there? Let's try it again. Well, polls, migrations, nothing in it. CD users, dir migrations, touch migrations, init.py, rm-rf polls, Django migrate. What the hell is going on? make migrations users. Deactivate. Deactivate. Run-rf cloud classroom-vn. Gym vn vn. Source vn then activate pip install -r requirements. Oh man, I borked something. I hate when this happens. Okay. Django make migrations. Here we go again. Back to this same stupid ass error. Oh, we got it. Got it. Okay. Django migrate. Okay, let's test it. Wow, this was not fun. Django create super user. Mason at do.co. Okay, we've got a super user. Django run server. Okay. Should be a different. Okay, so Mason at do.co. And then this password. Okay, so that's in. We don't have users. Shit. Great. Now we're at that point where we don't have the users showing up. This is what I think I dealt with last time. What on earth? Why is everything all... Oh, because I'm not using the right Python interpreter. Okay. You have the custom admin, right? It's not showing up. Back to DigitalOcean Classroom. See how we fixed this last time. Okay, so we have forms. We did forms. There's nothing special about apps. So we did... Oh, this is supposed to be custom user admin. Right there. So we create our custom user admin. It looks like it reset with no problem. We reset the page. Try actually stopping it and starting it. No. It's all that stuff. So let's make sure it's the same. Custom user change form, model user, list display, list filter, field sets, add field sets. Something's not right, and it's not working. Models import user. Oh, that got it. It doesn't wind up under there, but who cares? Okay, so we got all that. But the thing is that this H key doesn't show up here. But I might still be able to just do everything with that. I just won't be able to change it in the admin, which is not the most terrible thing. It's not the best thing on the face of the planet, but it's not the most terrible thing on the face of the planet. Because then at least the SSH key can be changed via the API. Would I like to have it in here? Yeah. Is it going to happen? Probably not. So let's go test it. Oh shit, no, I want to leave that running. I stop swearing on stream. Okay, HTTP. We don't want to put, we want to get at this point. What we got? It's not a valid token anymore. New user model. Boom. Field username is not valid for model user. The serializer is messed up. Shit, what's it called? I just call it email? I call it email. Email. Username. No username here. Okay. Sweet. Now let's try HTTP users 1. Shit. Setting it as null. Is it failing? How would I know if it failed? Let's see. If it fails the validator, like I just gotta delete a little bit. Oh, it's not gonna tell me if it fails the validator because that's definitely not a valid key. Okay, so let's cat /ID SSH the underscore RSA.pub. Let's do that. Oh, well, if you don't name the right freaking thing. Okay. The thing that it just didn't work. SSH key. Haha, it works. That's great. Okay. So now Okay, so it does work via the API. The token works. The whole user thing works. The only problem is that it doesn't show up in the admin. I'm honestly almost want to take a clone of this code and keep it for myself as reference. This is how you create a custom user model, because I can never freaking do it and it's difficult. But that's great. Let's actually try to do a create one. I do a post. Yeah, username, Loki, password. Yeah. Oh, there is no username anymore. Email equals loki@tva.org. If you've been watching the Loki TV show, you'll get that joke. Kaboomy has no object create user. Yes, it does. It has underscore create user. Is that there for a reason? Missing one argument password. Create user. That method is. So what is that? What was this underscore? What was this? I feel like whatever that is, I made a boo-boo doing it. What is that? Okay, so who's calling create user then? First, you should do that. Oh, I called it that. It's not necessary for it to be the underscore. Was that me being like cute and doing like this is a private method? But it's not. It's right there. Oy vey. Let's see if anyone else has dealt with this crap. Got it. Question is who's calling it. Let's go up the stack trace. Actually, let's just start creating user from the. This actually might be a better way of doing it because I'll be able to read what's going on. Add user. Loki@Asgard.net. Loki Odinson password. Shit. So why is this post not working? It says password right there. Some of the serializer? Oh, because I'm stupid and I'm not passing it in the right spot. Because my create user requires it. My goodness gracious. Try again. We go again. There we go. Sweet. Okay. So the create works. I actually think we have working user stuff now, other than like not having the admin page, but I think I'm just going to let that go. Like, can only set it via the admin or some sort of, that's not a bad, I kind of want to figure out how to make it work though. Add a new field, user creation, Django admin. It says I do it in forms, but it would have been in forms, right? Forms. SSH key equals forms dot car field. From Django import forms. And def save self commit equals true. And it says SSH key equals self dot cleaned data dot get SSH key comma none. It seems like it's working. I didn't save it on that, but like users. Oh shit! That's all I had to do. I didn't even have to do the forms. Don't save. You just add it. Well, we fixed it. Okay, we got it. So but here's the question though. If I put some bullshit here, but okay, so it still does the, if I take an actual valid SSH key, and I put it in here, it worked. That's great. I got it. The user stuff is done. Okay, the rest is actually easy from here. yeah, now I got to figure out what I want to do and how I want to keep going with this. Because, like, I used to have the differentiation between teachers and students, and that was actually not a bad idea. But now that I'm actually like looking at all of this, I'm kind of like excited. Kind of want to keep expanding the Django admin a little bit. Like, I can add more stuff. Like, I can just keep adding. Anyway, let's go look at the models. Let's see what we have left. So the user stuff is done. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's commit this to GitHub while it works. So how can I add a new branch? Okay, so we'll say Cloud Classroom. Create a branch for that. Maybe I don't want to do that. Maybe I want to delete that branch. Let's go to branches again. I don't want to do that from here. Get init. Get checkout -b refactor. Vim.get ignore star.pyc db.sql lite 3 get status. So vim.get ignore vn/star. No. Dash like untracked. Oh, dash U. I don't know why it took me so long to learn that. It's such a valuable thing to know. So I actually see everything. And that's everything that I want to go in. So set get remote get remote at origin we want SSH for this. Get add -a get commit -s-m user management working. Git push origin refactor. Okay. And the refactor branch is here. And you can see everything that I've done. And this is a complete refactor of the DigitalOcean classroom. Eventually we will merge this in and we will probably delete the main, we'll change the name of the main branch to old and we'll keep it. And then eventually we'll just move everything over and the refactor will become the main branch. Oh, okay. What's next? So we have what's resources? I think resources was literally just my I think it's just views of a whole bunch of stuff. I see. Okay. What do I want to do next? I think I honestly just want to continue going down like the teacher, like getting the classroom management part right because honestly, believe it or not, the managing the everything else, the droplets were easy. It was this classroom management stuff that was always such a pain. Okay. I'm going for about an hour. What's next? Okay, can we make this a one-off where I have to do like classes and stuff? Do I want to do that? Do I want to make classes again? I feel like it's a cool, it's like an advanced version, but makes life a little bit complicated. How do I want to do this? How can I do this? So if I just did it, as the one-off deployment, everyone who's not an admin is a student. Then there'd literally be like no need for students, teachers. And since that's what I want it to be, yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna change it. So if you're not an admin, you're a student. So basically, the person who would create this would create a super user, would then create admins. We need to open a registration thing where anyone could join with the password, the secret password thing, like we did at the old one. And then it would create the droplet for them. And then just make sure that let's see, that's the thing, is the droplet configuration. So maybe we do want classes. Maybe we do want classes, but maybe we don't want students and teachers. We just assume you're an admin, you have the access. Or we could assume staff, because staff people could log in. Yeah. Yeah, let's do that. Single class DigitalOcean classroom. It works better. It just works better. It works better if I do it that way. So we do need to create a class. We do need to create like classes so that way we can. The classes is where the configuration for all of the stuff landed. So that's what I want to have. So let's do that. So let's try to create classes today. Sweet. Oh, shut up. Okay. Django admin start app classes. TD classes. So the first thing we're going to do is work on the models. Okay. So, oh, what the hell? Why are you there? Why are you red? Oh, because you're not tracked. Okay. Models. And let's just go with what we had from the old DO classroom. Okay, so created at, updated at, destroyed at, name, droplet count, prefix, droplet image size, region, student limit. Okay. Private networking. Ooh, but now we need to do VPC crap. Force teacher SSH key. And then allow registration. Registration password equals models dot car field max length equals 15. Default equals say Python generate random string. Oh, that's so nasty. Def generate randoms. Actually, why not just use the prefix generator? It's the same thing. Prefix generator. Let's say 12. Yeah, let's do that. Why? I'm already generating random choice of ASCII lowercase and digits, and this is not like it has to be like this isn't Fort Knox. So yeah, why bother? Thing is, I don't know if I want to actually also at the same time, I don't know if how much of this stuff is supported in the DigitalOcean API. We're gonna stick with this for now because this was working, and hopefully nothing else is broken. Would I like to eventually support VPC? Yes. We're not going to for now. I don't think that matters that much. So this is how this only supports droplet for now. Again, let's get to model. Let's get to version 1.0. It's a droplet generator. Let's call it what it is. Okay, so yeah. That's decent. Let's go back to classes. And this is where we're going to do some different stuff. So now we're going to do Django make migrations. Oh, I haven't added it into settings.py. Let's do classes.apps.classes config. I'm pretty sure that's the default. And now let's make some migrations. Migrate. So let's go to our views. And let's do the create. Oh, that's going to be a nasty serializer. We'll have to do it. Okay, so let's go to, let's create a serializer. Serializers.py, right? That's how it is. Okay, let's just take some inspiration from this. From REST framework import get user model. We don't need that. Don't need this. From .models import class. This will be our class serializer. Don't need the auth token. I don't think we need anything this complicated. I think this was just because I literally needed this stupid model is class. Fields are It's a good question. How am I going to do all that? We'll just say name, droplet count. Prefix can be auto-generated. Curious if the auto-generation stuff like that will all... I wonder how much that matters. I guess if I just don't include it in the serializer, it's not going to be there. Droplet image. Droplet size. Droplet region. Droplet student limit. Droplet private network. I wonder if I have to include that, if I can just make that like by default. I don't want to include it. Let's see. We'll remove it. Droplet IPv6. Droplet user data. Would not want to do that through the API, but force teacher SSH key. Allow registration. I guess we should put prefix in there. Prefix, and we'll just make it not required. Same with registration password. It just auto-generates it if I don't have it. So, and then I basically just take all this crap. I say what's required and what's not. Name, colon, required. True. Colon. Let's just, why am I typing this all by hand when I can literally copy this. We can do that. And we say drop, we require the name of the class, we require a droplet count, we don't require a prefix. It should hopefully do it for you. Droplet image true, droplet size true, droplet region true, droplet limit true, droplet IPv6 we don't require. Don't require this. I don't require this. I said defaults for all these. I don't know why I said that. Classroom. That should be true. And allow registration is not required, and this is not required. So that's the serializer. I hope that works. So now we have a serializer set up. Oh, I have a message. Ooh. Okay, so we have our serializer. I'm trying to figure out where we want to stop today because I'm getting hungry. Okay, we have the serializer, we have the class. Let's just see if we can get class creation going with views and URLs, and then we'll go from there. So let's go to classes. Am I on the refactor? I'm not on the refactor branch here. I want to come over here. Users, URLs. So let's create a URLs. .py. We're going to call it class list and class detail. Oh, did I include ID in the... Let's do ID. I'll be able to see the ID. Is that what I did in the user one too? I didn't include it in extra KWR, which is nice. Okay, so we will be able to see the ID. So we have that. URLs.py, we're going to call it class list. Let's go to views. I'm literally just copying and pasting. From .models import class, from .serializers import class serializer. That's what I called it, right? Yes. Don't need settings right now. From REST framework permissions, user. No, I don't want to. Class, and then this is class serializer. Okay. I guess we tested. Oh, but I do want to also add it to the admin. So let's go back to the old one. Okay, then we go to here, admin.py, save that. So we should be able, oh, it's not running. Django run server. We have classes now. If we go to add a class, weird that the destroyed at. CS 1428. Droplet count is 1. Prefix. I think it remembers. And we created a class. Okay, so the destroy dat wasn't required. I don't know why it's sitting there. Sweet. Okay, so the class works inside of here, so that's good. So now, let's test to see if we auto-docked. Localhost :8000/docs. Wait, we didn't. How did I? Oh, because I don't have the URLs added yet. Okay. So we did that with URLs. So now we have to go to Cloud Classroom URLs. Basically include the same thing. And we do classes, user, and we do classes, and we do classes. And that should get us autodocs. Whenever you're ready, sweetheart. Ooh, does that make a boo-boo? Class list as view. Really? Oh, did it everywhere but there, in the place that it mattered. Now let's try again. Okay, now we have classes again. So now we have auto swagger doc for that. So let's go ahead and create a class. So well, first let's just do a local host. HTTP localhost. Let's just see what's under classes. Ooh, there's nothing. I thought I had. Oh, I didn't. I deleted it. I literally just deleted it. So let's add another one. CS name, CS1428, droplet count. Oh, that's 0. I don't want that. I want the student limit there. Well, don't do that there. Save. Okay. Okay, so now let's delete that class. Actually, first let's patch that class. Patch class 2. Let's say prefix equals CS1428. And it worked, so the patch works. Just delete it. We do our get. Class is gone. Let's do a post. Post. And I have to have name. Name equals CS2308. What's the other stuff I have to have? Droplet, image, Ubuntu-18. Droplet image equals Ubuntu-18 -04 -x64. Droplet. Oh, actually, it's a good chance to see if droplet student limit if I have to do that. Droplet size equals S-1V CPU -1 GB. Right. Droplet region equals SFO3. Did I forget? Droplet count. I don't want that required. I need to change that. So let's go back to the models here. Can I change it here? Or is it in the serializers that I change it? False. And then droplet student limit. And if I don't make that required either, actually, first off, what's happen if I just, oh no, I want that because I want to be able, that's the data I want to be able to bring in. This was class 3. Class is gone, but now if I do it again and I remove droplet student limit, and I do this, still uses the default. Sweet. Okay, so we have class creation. And I think that's where I'm going to call it today. I think that's a pretty decent stream. We've got class creation going. Let's go ahead and just commit this real quick. Get status dash u. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Good. Everything there that's getting added doesn't look terrible. Get add dash a, get commit dash s dash m. Adding classes. We're going to say adding crud. We're going to say adding classes and crud for classes. There's still a couple of things I want to be able to do, like associating a user with a class, which might be why that's the right password, you piece of shit. But I did this. Okay. So we're going to call that a day. We're actually making pretty decent progress, not going to lie. Like, this is going a lot quicker than I thought it was going to. I'll probably end up working on this in some way, shape, or form. After like everyone, like I work on this in the during not only when I'm streaming, but I also stream while I work on it. So yeah, this is actually really exciting because if I can get this out, we could do some stuff with it. That'd be pretty cool. Now the thing that's worrisome is about how am I going to associate the classes with the users? I guess I could do a many to many, but that's gonna be a pain to. Well, I add an enroll. That's what I would do. Is I would enroll and an unenroll for people to be able to just join a class. Then I do that all on the back side and then the admin side. So, yeah. Yeah. But the droplets had to be associated with the class. So we'll have to do some clever stuff around that. Anyway, I managed to leave and not stop going live. Thank you very much.